So this snow, it's not going anywhere. So sledding will be a possibility pretty much all week long. As we look to today and tonight with the road conditions, snow-covered roads out there. For Tuesday, we're dealing with blowing snow. So drifts could be a problem on Tuesday. By Wednesday, just some isolated slick spots. Things really look to get back to normal out there on Wednesday. And then maybe some more snow on Saturday, Jumi and Tony. So that's something we will be keeping an eye on. But tomorrow, wind chill temperatures in the teens and 20s with gusty winds out there. With the residual delays and cancellations tomorrow, we're going to be in weather alert again. Notice by Saturday, there's that snow chance, a high of only 32. And temperatures on this 10-day forecast stay really cold as we kick off 2025, guys.
Amelia, I know I'm old now because
No,
I heard you say
old.
sledding. And I'm like, I just want to nap.
Interest.
No interest. Sleeping over sledding.
Yes, right?
Streaming.
Streaming, streaming
yes.
over sledding. Okay, well, Mayor Bowser has declared a snow emergency for the district. Salt trucks will be out all day as the city braces for even more snow. Another round of it coming later on today. So here's what you need to know. If you live in the district, DC public schools are closed. The DC government operating on a modified schedule. Non-emergency services like rec centers, those are closed today. Trash pickup is delayed until Tuesday. And also leaf collection is paused. Shelters are open for residents who need some relief from the cold temperatures.
Well, taking a live look now at the conditions on the roads, and local officials are reminding everyone, you've been hearing it all morning long, stay inside if you can, but if you have to leave the house, Metro will be your best bet. Rail service is on a normal schedule today, while Metro Bus is on a severe snow plan schedule. Only 42 of the system's 193 bus routes are running today. To check whether your route is impacted, go to wamata.com/snow.
All right, let's take a look at how all this snow has impacted travel conditions. A live look right there. That is so snowy Reagan National Airport. I don't even know if I see any planes,
I can't see the
taking
runways.
off or land. I mean, it's just not busy right there at this hour. The powerful winter storm has disrupted thousands of flights across the country. According to FlightAware, more than 400 flights are canceled at Reagan, 150 canceled at Dulles, and over 200 at BWI. Amtrak has also canceled dozens of trains along the Northeast Corridor, but they're waiving additional charges for travelers that are looking to change their reservation. So keep that in mind if you have any travel plans.
Take it slow out there. We will continue our live coverage of this winter storm in just a few moments. Stay with us.
Bath Fitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers. We can even convert your bath into a shower. Get yours today. Bath Fitter. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Where can you kick off the new year with gig speed and big savings? Only with Xfinity. Get gig internet at home for $25 a month when you add Xfinity Mobile, which connects you to gig speed Wi-Fi on the road. Save more than $650 over AT&T and Verizon. Plus, hurry and get a free 5G phone. So save big and stay connected with gig speed internet and mobile. From home to hotspots, this new year, it's all about savings on gig speeds. Visit Xfinity.com/gig savings today.
It's halftime. Time to hit the bathroom.
Shower. It works. Got 2 more upstairs.
And the bedrooms.
I don't know what goes on in there.
And the living room.
It's a hangout house. That's why I'm moving.
And get an offer on your house. Selling your home to Open Door is so easy. You can do it during halftime. Get started at opendoor.com.
Are you ready for FanDuel's great playoff payoff? An epic run of playoff football and parlays for 5 straight days. So you can get in on
every score,
every hit, every pass, every punt,
every run, route, and comeback.
Let's go.
It's FanDuel's The Great Playoff Payoff. 5 straight days of playoff payouts. All customers get a daily no-sweat same-game parlay. Only on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Bath Fitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers. We can even convert your bath into a shower. Get yours today. Bath Fitter. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
I love Monday.com.
What's Monday.com?
You don't know Monday.com? This is Monday.com. It's a platform that helps us run our work, collaborate with other departments, understand our business, and reach our goals.
So, project management.
No, work management. Any type of work, any kind of business at every scale. Marketing, sales, ops, HR, retail, media, manufacturing, anything work related.
But setting up a new software takes forever.
Actually, it's so simple and intuitive, you can onboard an entire company in a blink of an eye.
You have an answer for everything, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So how do I get Monday.com?
Just go to Monday.com.
Oh, that makes sense.
We all want to travel more in 2025, but planning can be a hassle. That's why Wander makes it easy to plan less and travel more. Wander combines the quality of a luxury hotel with the comfort of a private vacation home in over 350 locations from coast to coast. During the month of January, we're helping you plan your 2025 travels early so you can beat the crowds, secure your ideal dates, and earn rewards for being proactive. Here's how it works. Step 1, take the Wander Travel Quiz to find your perfect matches. Step 2, the more you book, the more rewards you earn. Rewards can stack up to over $1,000 in value. Step 3, every night you book earns you a chance to win a free 4-night Wander trip. So why wait? Go to wander.com/travel more to find your next adventure. Find your happy place.
Unlikely anyone gets too much more than a foot of snow out of this. The view down at National Airport is snowed in. There's not been a single flight in or out of there in the last couple of hours. The delay board, I put it out. I retweeted somebody's vision of the delay boards down there at National Airport. The last time we looked, there was only one flight. It was supposed to go to Greenville-Spartanburg, South Carolina. It was supposed to be at 8:30 this morning. It was delayed instead of canceled, but it was delayed until after 5 o'clock this afternoon. If you're down at National Airport watching this morning, I wish you well, because it's going to be a long day at the airport. It may be many days before the air travel business gets sort of put all back together. State 8 snow, indeed, our biggest snow in the last couple of years. Snow is continuing to come down at a pretty moderate clip. Total snowfall still in that 6 to 10-ish range. And the bitter cold promises that the snow we get today will be with us all week long. Now, we should be able to get it off the main treated surfaces, but the grassy areas, the snow hills, those will stay covered for all week long. Most moderate snow now is right in Washington, Prince George's County out to Annapolis, where the visibility is a little higher. The snowfall is not quite as intense. Meanwhile, weather impacts today. Temperatures will stay below freezing. Everyone, I think, gets at least 6 inches of snow out of all this. Snow totals, and Amelia, I've been updating these all morning long. Prince William County, that was Quantico, Marine Base Quantico, 7 inches of snow there, 6.5 inches there in Fairfax. Obviously, the roads are a mess. For more on the impacts, which I promise you are excessive, let's go to Melissa.
They are excessive. There are a lot of issues out there this morning. Take a look at this picture. 2 of them actually from Stafford County Sheriff's Office. This is off of Mountain View Road. That's just south of like 95 and Courthouse area. So one tractor trailer stuck, another vehicle slid off the roadway. Be careful. Don't be out if you don't have to be, because the roads are so slick this morning. And a lot of them, even though they were treated, they just don't seem like they were treated. Laurel, southbound 95 before 198, still have that accident hanging around. Bethesda, southbound 270 after the lane divide, a crash there. Northbound 270 after Old Georgetown Road, a crash as well.
All right, Melissa, thank you very much. 9:04 right now. We've been checking in by phone and Zoom all morning with local public safety and transportation leaders to bring you the latest conditions where you live. And right now we want to check on highways in Maryland.
Charlie Gishler with the State Highway Administration joins us now. Charlie, good to see you. Thanks for being with us. We know it's been a long morning for you and your entire team so far. How's the plowing operation going right now on those major routes in Maryland?
I'm over here at the Operations Center in Hanover, Maryland, taking a look at all these TV screens, and we are making some pretty good progress here on the main roads that we maintain, state numbered roads. And we will continue doing that all day long until that second part of the storm goes out. A little interesting fact that we're trying to deal with here is once the storm is completely offshore and out of the state, we do our best to get everything back to somewhat normal, meaning all lanes open and plowed and bare pavement by about 4 hours after that. So that's something to look forward to. But right now, the advice you've been given, stay in if you can today. It's not a great travel day. If you do have to go out, make sure you give yourself plenty of time and go to roads.maryland.gov. We have a lot of great resources for drivers out there.
All right, Charlie Gishler with the Maryland State Highway Administration. Thank you very much for letting us check in with you this morning. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, we may be in the middle of our snow coverage, but we have a big welcome back and also a big congratulations that we want to take a little bit of time for.
Yes, today just happens to be News 4's Drew Wilder's first day back from parental leave. He and his wife, Beth, are now a family of 4. And Drew, welcome back. Congratulations once again. And what's it like to come to work on a big snowstorm Monday?
Well, missing the family for sure. Glad to be back to work. When you pick January 6th as your first day back, you know you could be in for something around here. I didn't have snowstorm on my bingo card. It is cold out here. It is pretty windy here in Fairfax County, but I'll tell you what, the road crews have done fantastic work overnight. And so far this morning, right now, you're looking at Interstate 66 westbound. More often than not, you're going to see more plows and salt trucks than you are cars. I mean, wouldn't that be a dream commute any other day of the week? This is Route 123, Vienna, Fairfax here. Now, you can see some of these state highways and the secondary roads still lightly covered, little slush. They're not incredibly slippery. This is kind of, as we were just talking about, it's not really that packing snow. It's a little bit light and a little bit fluffier. Roads aren't terrible, but they are a little slick. For more on that, now we want to bring in Fairfax County Police Chief Kevin Davis. His team has been out overnight and throughout the morning. Chief, thanks for joining us out here. Cold day for us, but how's it looking on the road so far? People staying safe?
Yeah. Well, hi, Drew. Normally, I'm in studio with Jumi and Tony, so I must be on Santa's bad list. No, the road crews, you said it best. They're doing a fantastic job. We've been around the county for the last couple hours this morning, and I can't say enough about the work that they're doing. We're upstaffed, police, fire, all of public safety communications. Thank God we have our school resource officers, because that's 50 plus extra cops that we have out on the roads today because the schools are closed. So we are definitely staffed up, and we want to encourage people to stay home if they can. And if they have to go out, please take it easy.
Yeah, that was my other thing. First day back to work and the daycare is closed. It's like, oh, what are the chances there? Kind of take us through the rest of the day. What's it look like? Obviously, VDOT's going to do its thing. The county's going to do its thing as far as the roads. What are your guys doing?
So our patrol officers are out in the street. We're answering calls for service as they come in, but we're encouraging people who are just inclined to be brave and be impatient, who want to get in their cars to stay at home. We don't anticipate there's going to be any crises that we'll have to respond to. It is January 6th, like you noticed, or like you mentioned, and we do have a platoon of our own police officers in DC today with other jurisdictions from around the National Capital Region for January 6th. And we'll be there for Inauguration Day as well. But I'm out here driving around with the Deputy County Executive for Public Safety, and we're just keeping an eye on all the government's assets and making sure that we're moving as one team, and we certainly are, and we're proud of it.
Yeah, and Tom Arnold, join us over here a little bit. Talk a little bit about the additional resources that the county puts into a day like today when schools are closed, a lot of government buildings are closed as well.
Oh, sure. So for probably the past week, we've been planning, great coordination communications with VDOT, VDM, National Weather Service to get the weather and see where we're at. So we've got all of our public safety and public work teams have been upstaffed, making sure that we're ready to respond to emergencies if they occur. But then certainly with several hundred county facilities, we rely heavily on our public works team to get those buildings opened as quickly as possible so we can resume normal operations within the county.
Very good. Guys, thank you so much for joining us out here. Not the best of conditions, but we certainly appreciate it and the work that you guys do all the time for us. Guys, here is leave you with a look at 123. You can see you got a lot of plows out here. Still a little bit of mess on the state highways and some of the secondary roads and tertiary roads. So take it easy if you do have to head out. If you don't, best to just stay inside. Good day to watch News 4. Jumi, Tony?
Yeah, so welcome back, Drew. I have to say, your brand new baby boy is so adorable.
Mhm.
And so I know you miss him, but we like seeing him on Instagram. So keep posting.
Yeah.
Well, as the snow continues to come down, we're working for you with continued team coverage of this winter weather and what to look for all across the area.
We want to begin now with News 4's Adam Tuss. He's got a closer look at conditions in Falls Church this morning. Adam, good morning to you. And how's everything looking so far where you've been?
Good morning, Tony. Good morning, Jimmy. Someone tell Drew that the baby needs a bottle. He needs to get back to work, get back home, and help out there for sure. As a dad of 3, I can tell you, Drew, man, that sleep is not happening. You are not getting any more sleep. So welcome back to Drew. Guys, take a look. This is Hillwood Avenue in Falls Church, and this is your typical side street right here. We're following this car, this CRV. That's doing a pretty good job here on the side streets. We were just with a snowplow. But this is what you can expect this morning if you get out to one of these kind of secondary roads here. This is a major little road through Falls Church. So they've obviously done a couple of passes here with the snow plows. We've seen the snow trucks come through with their salt and their sand, putting that down, getting to a little bit of pavement here. But, you know, every now and again, we get hit with a little bit of snow that's still falling in this area. I'd say there's a good 4 or 5 inches on the ground here, maybe more. Haven't had a chance to get out and do an official measurement yet with my Tuss tape measure. I will break that out in a little bit to check it out. But this is kind of what we're dealing with right here. So if you're going to go out, I know a lot of kids are excited about sledding this morning. That is something that you're definitely going to have to prepare for. It's cold outside. Layer up. The wind is definitely out this morning, and it's definitely freezing. But you know, as we look at the roads here this morning, a lot of work to do. And so if you don't have to go out just yet, I know a lot of people are excited about getting out. Just give yourself some extra time, have an extra cup of coffee, let these road crews do what they got to do. And we're going to pull off onto another side road here so you can kind of see exactly what we're dealing with here on the side roads. Some of these drivers taking a little bit of a calculated risk out here in some of their vehicles. And, you know, people always drive a little bit faster than they should be on some of these side streets. So just give yourself a little bit of extra time. We'll continue to monitor the situations. We're going to be driving all around the area, guys. Back to you.
Tuss, thank you very much, sir.
All right, it is 9:12. We'll have much more of our weather alert coverage coming up after this short break. Stay with us.
Need an electrician? Call Cobe Electric today to repair your lights, outlets, fans, electrical panels, or anything electric. Call today and receive $100 off your next electrical service.
Well, the holidays are over and you're done entertaining. And now you're ready for that special project, like remodeling the kitchen, bathroom, basement, or any room. I know it's a challenge, but it's not as tough as you think. It all starts with one call to Cabinet Discounters. You'll meet one of our friendly designers. They'll walk you through the entire process. So let's make it happen. Schedule your consultation today. Just go to CabinetDiscounters.com.
Cabinet Discounters. Great quality, great price.
When you shop Bob's everyday low prices, you never have to haggle to get the lowest price for the best features.
Honey, I want a tranquil farmhouse bedroom with built-in headboard lights, cedar and felt-lined drawers, USB ports, and storage drawers in the bed, all for $1,800 less than other national retailers.
You drive a hard bargain. Aren't they adorbs? Shop Bob's everyday low prices and see how much you can save when you dare to compare at Bob's Discount Furniture.
I didn't know it, but my leg and back pain was coming from my feet. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Does your home need a new electrical panel or electrical service upgrade? This month only, get $200 off any residential panel change. Only from Cobe Electric.
Keeping our life bright, Cobe Electric.
This is a Storm Team 4 weather alert.
All right, well, we begin with our weather alert coverage, and we want to go to the district where Joseph Olmo has been live all morning long. I mean,
He's been.
He fought a British guy.
Well, they had a little
A
snowball,
snowball fight. Not a fist fight. I'm sorry. A snowball fight. He pushed cars up a hill.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's
thanks for
been doing the
confirming
most.
Thanks for clarifying.
And he's on M Street right now. Joseph, what
Check
are you up
this
to?
out.
Oh.
Check this out. Look at how beautiful this is. The wreaths are still up, the holiday wreaths. It's absolutely beautiful. This is actually Wisconsin Avenue. We were just off of M Street. M Street's a couple of blocks away, but it's just beautiful. It's kind of quiet here in Georgetown today. And we know Wisconsin Avenue is a busy street. It's not the biggest street in Washington, D.C., but it's still pretty busy. And look at the road conditions. Plow truck after plow truck. Thank goodness for our frontline workers, but it's not doing a lot because the snowfall has been consistent. In fact, earlier today, check this out. Brooks Merriweather, my camera guy, and myself, not one, but 2 cars we helped push off of M Street and onto the Key Bridge because they were stuck. My recommendation, if you guys don't have a 4x4 vehicle, don't drive. In fact, even if you do have a 4x4 vehicle and you can afford to stay home today, just stay home because the conditions are awful out here. All right, come on back outside real quick. I got to introduce you to a new friend of mine who's just sitting here. Look at him. He's just laying down. This is Action. Action's just chilling in the snow. He's been waiting so patiently to throw snowballs at me. And Action, now's your time, buddy. Come on over here. I'm going to bring your mom and dad into the conversation real quick while you are approaching and gathering your snowballs to hit me, because this is what you've been waiting for, right, buddy? Yeah? Yes. All right, go ahead. Mom and dad? He's 3 years old, about to turn 4, right?
Got to be 4. Get him good, Action.
Oh, no.
Get him good.
Oh, my God. He's got good aim for a 4-year-old, too. This has got to be one of his first, major snowstorms.
I think it is, yeah. Maybe second.
He clearly likes it.
Yep.
Keep going.
Yeah,
Come
he
on, buddy.
loves
You got
it.
it. You got good aim. Come on. Oh, my gosh. Right to the center of the chest. Wow. You guys, we have a baseball team a couple blocks away. My goodness.
Yeah, he's ready.
You guys came out here this morning to the Compass Coffee here in Georgetown just to warm up.
Yep. Definitely happy to see that they're open.
You guys, oh my goodness. I just keep on getting decked by these snowballs from Action. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us and for allowing Action and I to have a little fun here. We tried to build a snowman, and that's the best we did. My goodness, you just won't stop, Action. We tried, guys, and we failed. But Action's having fun because he gets to use me as target practice. 11 a.m., Meridian Hill Park in D.C. There's going to be a massive snowball fight. It's 100% free. Maybe you can, hopefully you don't catch Action up there because he's going to get you with some snowballs.
Action with the action.
Right. And he's throwing with some force.
Action with the action,
Yes.
yeah.
Right.
He, you know what? He's doing it for our British guy.
Right. From earlier today.
From earlier.
I think he's upset because we kept him waiting too long.
I'm done. I'm going home. Take the microphone. Bye, guys.
I love it.
Bye-bye. That's great.
Oh, goodness.
Really good.
Yes. Well, of course, with this being the first snowstorm of the year, we have to celebrate by kicking off the Pat Collins Snow Stick Challenge.
That's right. It's not all doom and gloom. It is an annual tradition here at News 4. This year's challenge has a bit of a twist. And News 4's Tommy McFly joins us live from Northwest along Connecticut Avenue with the details. Someone else just kind of lounging around. Hey, Tommy.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, Tony. Jimmy, great to see you and joining coverage. So we are at the historic Fessenden and Connecticut location where Pat Collins made that snow stick famous so many years ago. And today is a historic event because it is a 2-stick event, a not often seen 2-stick event. We got to check with Chuck and Amelia and Ryan Miller when the last time we had a 2-stick event was, because one person, we're going to find out who they are in just a little bit, won a Pat Collins snow stick for guessing with Doug when we would receive that first inch of snow at Reagan National Airport, which happened overnight tonight. And now we are going to welcome in another stick to the conversation. You are going to win the coveted Pat Collins snow stick that is engineered with technology I am not allowed to tell you about here on live television. You have to face our challenge. And that challenge is a Victory Monday snow stick challenge. Absolutely. In honor of our Washington Commanders who are going to the playoffs, who are going to be enjoying that playoff run, wild cards, next Sunday, Sunday Night Football right here on NBC4. We want to see your snowball excitement. We want to see you show some football excitement, some end zone dancing, some best Jaden Daniels, and you are going to win this snow stick challenge. Now, how do you submit those snow stick challenges? You can go right on NBCWashington.com/UGC, which is user-generated content. Upload your video from your phone right there. We want to see dances. We want to see pics. We want to see snowmen. We want to see your best Victory Monday snow stick celebration. And while we're here at Connecticut and Fessenden, we have some friends joining us on the street. We're live on Channel 4. Do you want to help us? Our first measure. Oh my gosh, what's your name?
What's your name?
Riker.
And what's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah, right. First measurement. Do you want to help me put this in the snow? Live on Channel 4, pop it right in there. And we have, so right now we've got 11 inches. Now this might be a little bit of a skewed number because we do have some snow that got pushed away. So I don't think there's 11 full inches in Connecticut Avenue right now, but do you want to go over here and put the snow stick in some snow that hasn't been plowed yet? We'll put it right over there. There we go. Jake Shaman, let's get in here on the snow stick. On the measurement side, we're looking at just about 6 inches right now at Fessenden and Connecticut. Thank you so much for your help. Do you want to say hi to Tony and Jumi over there as we send it back to them in the studio? If you want to come join us here all day, we've got a table and chairs. We're having fun. We're having chats. We're meeting neighbors. It's a wonderful News 4 snow day, Tony and Jumi.
It clearly is.
It is. She was adorable.
Yeah, love to see the kids out there.
Oh,
Thank you.
goodness. And I love that she found the high spot.
Right,
She knew what she was doing. She was trying to win the challenge. She's like, whoop, 11 right here.
Right. Well, you could. I don't know if Tommy could hear Chuck when Tommy said 11 inches. What? In Northwest DC? Wait a minute.
Oh my goodness. Yes, but make sure you post your celebration dance.
Right.
And so you can try to win a snow stick.
Yep. All right. Victory Monday. Let's get to Amelia. She's got more information on us as to what more we can.
Hey, Tony and Jumi. Yeah, talking about snow continuing throughout the day today, but we are going to get a break around the midday and afternoon hours before a second wave of snow moves back into the area. So talking about the road forecast today on into tonight, snow-covered roads out there, winter wonderland, really. I was just getting another cup of coffee looking outside our studios here in upper Northwest Washington, and it is just so pretty out there. But if you can, staying home today is going to be the way to go. By tomorrow morning, the main roads, they should be just fine. And then by the afternoon hours tomorrow, we are looking at some blowing snow throughout the day with gusty winds. So there could be some snow drifts that we're contending with later in the day tomorrow. As we talk about the impact shoveling, this is for the most part a fluffy light snow for most of us. So easy to shovel, but you're going to have to do it a few times out there. Making snowballs not the best texture, although action, I think, making it look quite easy out there. But this is definitely the kind of snow where you have to take the gloves off to make the snowballs. Sledding, I mean, just perfection. We have enough snow that is not going to be an issue getting the kids out on the sleds today, even tomorrow. I mean, temperatures throughout the work week staying below freezing. So we're not talking about a lot of melting, and talking about the snow that's fallen so far. Here's some of the highest totals in various counties across our area. Fauquier reporting over 6 inches of snow. Montgomery County, a location there in Kensington, reporting over 8 inches of snow. I'm seeing most averages out of Montgomery County at around 6 inches. Fairfax reporting about 6.5 inches. Prince George's reporting 6 inches. Outside of our studios here in Northwest Washington, we're reporting 5 inches. And Chuck, while most of the snow, I like what you said earlier, about 2/3 of the snow has already fallen, we're still going to get a little bit more snow throughout the day today, especially with that second wave that mainly falls after the sunset today.
That's right. Yeah, we're not completely done with snow yet, but the majority of what you're going to get will happen are you either already on the ground or between now and lunchtime. Visibilities have really taken a hit with the snow. Anytime you see visibility a mile or less, that's usually indicative of moderate snow falling. That's the case now from Annapolis to Prince George's County, Washington, out towards Annapolis. A little better visibility where there's far less snow. Snow's over there in Luray temporarily, but almost 10 miles of visibility. So snow totals on average, a solid 6 to 10 inch event. There's going to be a few places that get a little bit more than 10, but that's going to be the sweet spot for accumulations. Dry weather will be here for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. No additional snow will fall, but tomorrow with gusty northwest.
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike, but they all have one thing in common. They're all strong. That's right. We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
One more, everybody.
One more? I got 5 more. We've been telling clients it's nearly impossible to sell a home in winter.
Not true. I just help them sell directly to Open Door. It's hassle-free. Wait, this isn't going on the internet, is it? Oh.
It's true. Open Door makes selling easy in any season.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning. And we're keeping an eye on Saturday. There's not anywhere near as much agreement, but there is at least a chance for a little snow. The American model says we get some, 2 or 3 inches. The European model for now says nothing at all. So low confidence, but maybe a chance for some snow on Saturday. Today's snowfall is likely going to be the biggest one we've had in a while. The last time National Airport had more than 6 inches with a single storm was 3 years and 3 days ago, January 3rd, 2022. The whole winter, the 2023-24 winter, we only had 0.4 of an inch for the whole winter combined. That snow drought ended last year when we had 2 snowstorms on MLK week in January last year. Both of those were at about 3.5 inches, so neither one was a lot. Amelia was mentioning some of these updated snow totals. I just put Anne Arundel on the map, 5.5 inches in Parole, Maryland there. And I just talked to Ryan, who's been working out on the front lawn here. We're closing in on 6 inches of snow now here in our location in Northwest Washington. So there's the moderate snow now, mostly along and east of I-95. Here's a little bit of a break. It may continue to snow flurry for much of the day, but this out here, this is the upper level low. As it's pinwheeling down through Kentucky today, that will then race across our area during the evening hours, say about sundown to midnight tonight. That will be our last chance for an accumulating snow. That snow will be followed by gusty winds. So there you can see the moderate snow now in most of Metro Washington. A little bit of a breakout here to our west. Winter storm warning goes until 1 a.m. Tuesday morning. Here's our forecast model. By noon, the steadiest of the snow is out of here. Should get a little break with some flurries. Now here's 5 o'clock, just around the time the sun sets this evening. And there will be that period of light to briefly moderate snow between about 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. By midnight and shortly thereafter, that'll be the end of it. So additional snow. This is on top of what you already have at your house. Another 1 to 2 inches. I don't see. There's one spot there. It says 3 inches or more. But most everybody here, about 2.5, 3 inches or so at the most on top of what we already have. But if you already have 6 inches of snow, that's a 9-inch snowfall total. We're happy with that. Meanwhile, there's your 10-day forecast. High temperatures struggling to make the freezing mark, and overnight refreeze is a concern. A snow chance that we'll watch for you on Saturday, but the cold is here all week long.
Storm Team 4 is helping you plan and prepare for winter weather, showing you hour by hour what's heading to your neighborhood, and giving you real-time alerts, delays, and closings on air and on the NBC Washington app. Stay with Storm Team 4, working for you.
Where can you kick off the new year with gig speed and big savings? Only with Xfinity. Get gig internet at home for $25 a month when you add Xfinity Mobile, which connects you to gig speed Wi-Fi on the road. Save more than $650 over AT&T and Verizon. Plus, hurry and get a free 5G phone. So save big and stay connected with gig speed internet and mobile. From home to hotspots, this new year, it's all about savings on gig speeds. Visit Xfinity.com/gig savings today.
At FH Fur, we know that a dripping faucet isn't just a nuisance. It's your home crying for help. That's why we say no to dispatch fees and goodbye to diagnostic charges. With our Get a Plumber in Your Home for Free promise, we focus on what really matters, solving your plumbing woes. Whether it's a stubborn clog, a running toilet, or a water heater on the fritz, we bring knowledge, experience, and professionalism right to your doorstep, free.
Call Fur. FHFur.com.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
News 4 Today knows what it takes to get DC moving in the morning. That's because we're from here too. I'm from Fairfax.
Melissa, Montgomery County, Millette, DC, me, DC, Maryland, and Virginia.
Chuck's been here so long, we're going to claim him. We know what you need to start your day, and we're proud to be working for you.
This is a Storm Team 4 weather alert.
Welcome back to our weather alert coverage here at 9:30. We continue to stay on top of this first winter storm of the new year.
Yes, indeed. We've got people all over the area, our crews and our reporters. We want to get out to News 4's Juliana Valencia once again. She is live in Frederick, Maryland, and it looks like she just finished breakfast and just ran out of Silver Diner to join us. Hey, Juliana.
Oh man, hello Tony. Yeah, let me tell you, those huevo rancheros tacos, they were great. It was nice to be warm inside. Now we're back out here, and it's definitely, there's a big difference here. Okay, so let me show you though. Right here, Buckystown Pike. We've been off of Buckystown Pike all morning since 4 a.m. This is another vantage point you see the roads are now that slushy, wet snow. The Maryland State Highway Administration, it's that building right over there, and we have been seeing the snowplow trucks pulling out of the building, heading to work, helping out. And take a look at the difference between this slushy roadway and then we got the snow right outside of the Silver Diner. Look, it's pretty deep here. Hey, look, it kind of reaches a little bit above my ankle here. You know, I'm pulling a Joseph Olmo. I don't have my gloves on. It's a fluffy snow. Let's see if they hit my photographer Dave Carter. Let's see. Oh, it disintegrated and then kind of flew all over his face. Sorry, man. Sorry, Dave. Hey, so since we last checked in with you all during my break, we did see a couple more people walk into the diner. They said, you know, we had plans, or we wanted to go and have some coffee and still enjoy the places that are open. Here's another difference too. So you had the main road. This is the parking lot. The parking lot has been plowed down a little bit, but this is where sometimes you have to be careful, because whenever there's that thin layer of snow, that can turn into ice and then it gets slick. Not too safe. But overall, we've seen the road crews busy at work here, trying to clear those main roads as best as they can. And for the two of us, we are just trying to stay warm and check in with folks who need to be out and about today, because like we've been saying throughout the morning, really, if you don't need to be out, please don't. Maryland is in a state of emergency that was shifted from a state of preparedness by the governor. This just allows government agencies to be able to pull on those resources more efficiently. But we're going to send it back to the studio now to the two of you.
All right. Well, you know, Juliana, at least you're close to a lunchtime spot. So just hang out there. I know it's cold for a couple more hours. Then you can try out the
Maybe
lunch menu.
Frederick.
Right, that's right. That's right.
Thanks,
All right.
Juliana.
Well, now let's go to Amelia. And Amelia, very interesting. So we've seen Joseph Olmo downtown making some pretty good, firm snowballs.
Right.
Out in Frederick, Juliana's just kind of fell apart. It looked like it was pretty dry.
Yeah, and a really good point there, Tony. Temperatures here inside the Beltway are a little bit warmer than they are up around the Maryland-Pennsylvania border. So it's definitely a much fluffier snow the farther north you go, with some sleet mixing in. Farther to the south, it's going to be a more dense snow. All of that to say, we're going to continue to track snow showers winding down now with this first wave through about noontime, winding down from west to east. So if you're seeing dry conditions outside of your window, expect dry conditions throughout the afternoon hours before we get another round of snow showers this evening. This second round of snow, not producing a lot, about 1 to 2 inches. This first round is the main event, with our area picking up at least 6 inches. 6 to 10 is our range here, and that looks like a very good range based on the amounts we're seeing coming in. There will be some isolated areas that pick up a foot of snow, with a winter storm warning in effect for the entire area until 1 o'clock on Tuesday morning. So we'll have snow winding down overnight tonight. Some computer models keeping a little bit of snow in as late as about 5, 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, but it would be a very light snow. At this point, still tracking some heavy snow now in the metro area, and especially down to the south along 301 into parts of Charles County, St. Mary's, Calvert counties, northern parts of Calvert County seeing some heavier snow as well. You can see Loudoun, Fauquier counties mainly dry right now. Parts of Fairfax County still seeing some snow showers down through Prince William, Stafford, King George counties. But again, we are starting to get this break that we advertised. So this is good. It's going to allow road crews to get out and do kind of their initial cleaning before the second round moves in later today, mainly after sunset. And here's the second round back into parts of Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, starting to push into parts of Kentucky. So we are looking at what we call a dry slot out there for the next few hours, and then we'll have snow moving back in. There will be no melting today, though, with temperatures right now in the 20s, 28 in the district, 22 up in Middletown, 27 in Leesburg, 27 over in Clinton, Maryland. So not only is it very cold, but you factor in the winds, and we're dealing with wind chill temperatures today only in the teens and low 20s throughout the afternoon hours. So if you are venturing out, not just the puffy coat, but you need the gloves, the hat, the scarf, the snow boots out there. And as we continue throughout the day tomorrow, the winds pick up. So not only are we dealing with gusty winds producing frigid wind chills tomorrow, but blowing snow as well. So talking about the commuter forecast today, tonight, snow-covered roads. Throughout the day tomorrow, the road crews will really be able to get out there and clean things up since we're going to be dry throughout the day on your Tuesday. That being said, main roads should be just fine by tomorrow morning, but those side roads, the secondary roads, the neighborhood roads, those will still have some issues because this is just such a widespread, impressive event. This is the biggest snowstorm we've had here in about 3 years. On Wednesday, just some isolated slick spots, but everything should really be returning to normal by Wednesday. I do anticipate some cancellations, delays tomorrow with our schools, and then maybe some delays on Wednesday, especially in those more rural counties. But I think for the most part, areas like the district in Arlington should be good to go by Wednesday. And again, tomorrow, it's still kind of, I think, delay versus cancellation. I think we'll get a lot of cancellations, but I think a lot of parents are hoping maybe for just a delay. Snowfall total so far in about the 5 to 7 inch range. Prince William County reporting 7 inches of snow. Feels like temperatures throughout the day tomorrow in the teens and 20s. With that will be weather alert again as we look to tomorrow, and then maybe some more snow, Jumi and Tony, on Saturday with another storm system. So that's something we will be keeping an eye on as we head throughout the work week, guys.
All right, Amelia, thank you.
Sure.
Of course, we are in the middle of our snow coverage that we've been doing since 4 o'clock this morning, but we want to say a very special welcome back right now.
Welcome back and congratulations, as a matter of fact. Drew Wilder is back on TV with us. Of course, he has been on parental leave. He and his wife, Beth, are now a family of 4. Congratulations once again, Drew, and welcome back. How's it feel to be back in the icy cold snow?
What a first day back to work. Let me tell you, started early, stuck out here in a snowstorm, but glad to be back. Very thankful for my wife, our beautiful kids, and our beautiful family that are helping us out so much over this time. Because you know what? First day back to work, daycare's closed, right? I know Amelia said that we're kind of in this little break before another big wave of snow starts up. But I'll tell you, out here in Fairfax County, it's coming down at a pretty good clip. It's actually increased since we were on the air with you about 30 minutes ago out here. We're on the Route 123 Vienna Fairfax overpass right now. You're looking down I-66 westbound. And you can see, look, most people heeded the warning today, staying off the roads. At one point, I was counting far more plows and salt trucks than I was cars. You can see the road's in pretty good condition, but it just keeps coming down. So there's still a little bit of slush out there. So the VDOT crews have been working very hard on the interstates and also the state highways and the secondary roads. You can see here, though, on 123, a little bit different story than it is on 66. Still a pretty good sheet of snow that's blanketing the road. And of course, the neighborhood roads are going to take a little bit longer. Fairfax County's police chief was just on with us live about 30 minutes ago, and he said so far things here in the county are in pretty good shape. Most people are staying home, either had their school day canceled, had their work day canceled, so they didn't really need to go anywhere. Haven't been too many accidents to report. Early this morning, Virginia State Police, it was right about 5 o'clock, said that at that point there had been roughly a dozen or so vehicle crashes in Northern Virginia, none of them resulting in any serious injury. So hopefully folks get the day to enjoy outside if you like playing in the snow, or just hang out and have a few more cups of coffee than maybe you normally would, guys.
All right, our Drew Wilder live for us this morning in Fairfax. Drew, thank you.
All right, let's get an update on what's happening on the roads out there. There have been a lot of problems, Melissa.
A lot of problems. Stafford County Sheriff's Office sending us 2 different pictures. We're talking about Mountain View Road. That's just south of Centerport Parkway, kind of off of 95. So one tractor trailer stuck, and then that vehicle off the road. Be careful when you're out there. It is very slick. They are sending additional pictures on Centerport Parkway now and showing us just some backups there. Let's take a look at what else is going on. Arlington, GW Parkway between 495 and Spout Run still have that section shut down because of the weather. Inner loop, outer loop looking okay. 8th Street Bridge shut down here this morning because multiple vehicles had been stuck there because of the wet and slick weather. Laurel, southbound 95 before 198 still have that accident. Southbound 270 after the lane divide crash there. Northbound 270 after Old Georgetown Road also have that accident here this morning. And then another one, a new one, northbound 270 near 109, have a crash as well.
All right, Melissa, thank you much. Here's another live look outside this morning. Again, all the authorities are urging you to stay indoors if you possibly can. But if you have to head out right now, well, Megan McGrath is out there.
Yes, she's been in one of our drive vehicles with the drive cam there that you saw a moment ago. Megan, I know that when we saw you a few minutes ago, you were in the residential areas where the streets kind of hadn't been touched yet. But where are you guys right now? What are you seeing?
Yep. Well, I am in Oxon Hill now. I'm actually on Oxon Hill Road, and if you take a look here, you can see that this is it's a secondary kind of side neighborhood street, and it is snow covered. So it looks like some plows have gone through at some point, but not for a while. Now there's a certain level of traffic here, so you're seeing that some of the tires have left their mark, so you can kind of follow the path of the car that came before you. So it's better than some of those neighborhood streets that we saw earlier, but it still is not great. It is still snow covered. If you have rear wheel drive, you might be having difficulty maneuvering around. And in fact, just a little while ago, I talked to a guy who was driving on Oxon Hill Road, and he came upon a hill, and he said he saw a number of cars that were just stuck and spinning their wheels. They just couldn't get up that hill through the snow.
Well, I just came down Oxon Hill Road, and it has a steep hill. So you have a few cars that's sitting on the side, two-wheel drive trucks as well. They can't get up that hill. So I don't recommend anybody to go up Oxon Hill Road towards the MGM Harbor because that hill is dangerous right now.
And you can see the street in front of us here, again, Oxon Hill Road. We're going to try to go off onto a side street here to show you what an even more rural road looks like. But, basically, this isn't a big shocker here. The crews, the plows, they are concentrating on those major roads. They've been saying that all along. We're turning into a neighborhood here. You can see these secondary streets here. This is just snow covered. It's pretty thick. We're seeing heavy snow on the trees as well. So you want to avoid this kind of situation, and just keep in mind that it's getting thick out there. It's stacking up. We've got a lot of accumulation, and it's still coming down. Back to you guys.
All right, Megan McGrath, thank you very much.
All right, it's 9:43. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll see you in just a few minutes.
At Giants, when budgets are tight, we keep our communities knit even tighter with every way to save on all the meals you crave all winter long. Giants, this is home.
Our kitchen is more than just a place to eat. It's our office, homework spot, family hangout. Thanks to Kitchen Saver, we transformed it into a warm and inviting space that meets all our needs. Not only did we enhance its visual appeal, we also improved its functionality, all at a fraction of the cost of a full remodel. Plus, with Kitchen Saver's custom cabinet renewal, the process took just 5 days.
Enjoy no interest and no payments for 12 months, plus receive up to 10% off.
My name is Tim Leith. I was sitting at a red light. Out of nowhere, I just got rear-ended. I reached out to Morgan & Morgan directly from the scene. It was incredibly simple to get the process started. I never actually had to physically set foot into Morgan & Morgan. You can literally do everything from your cell phone. I was able to get emails, text messages. Morgan & Morgan got my initial offer 10x'd, and I never even got a check. I just got a direct deposit into my bank account. It's so easy.
Let's try something different. Stop hitting the bag. Listen to it. Find the rhythm.
When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more,
You got it.
you're unstoppable.
Let's take another look at our financial plan.
You got it. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking.
From Capitol Hill to Chesapeake Bay, Giant is where you feed your love for where you play, with flex rewards and more that work online or in store to make saving worth savoring all year long. Giant, this is home.
This is a Storm Team 4 weather alert.
It is 9:45 and our team coverage continues in D.C. where a snow emergency has been declared.
Yeah, News 4's Joseph Olmo is live in Northwest this morning along Constitution Avenue. He's getting an update on safety in the district from D.C. Police as we continue to see this winter storm blow through the area. Joseph.
It is the first time that we've been on Capitol Hill or near Capitol Hill all morning long, and you can barely see the rotunda of the Capitol. That's how heavy it's snowing out here, but it's just absolutely beautiful. And look who we have joining us live on News 4, Chief Pamela Smith of the Metropolitan Police Department, otherwise known as DC Police. In fact, Chief Smith, I'm going to take my gloves off right now because I noticed that you're not wearing gloves either. And I get a lot of smack from Jumi and from Tony and everybody. So I'm going to take them off to support you.
And bear the cold with us today.
And bear the cold with you. How you feeling today?
We're feeling pretty good. You know, as you and I have talked previously before coming on camera, you know, our roads are looking good. Our DPW team is really working hard. Our police officers are here today. They've shown up very strong. As you can see, U.S. Capitol Police have brought in outside personnel. We have also brought in about 130 or so police officers from other agencies across the U.S. today to support us here on January 6th.
I think it's important to remind people. I mean, it's a snow day here in our nation's capital, but perfect timing. I mean, it's January 6th. They are certifying election results in the Capitol today. So you guys have a security job because we all remember what happened 4 years ago.
Absolutely, and which is today is really a monumental day, right? When you think about what happened 4 years ago, and just making sure that all of the law enforcement partners have come together to really prepare for today. We know that the inclement weather came in and sometimes put a damper on things, but as you stated earlier, it's a beautiful day here in the District of Columbia, in the nation's capital, and we're certainly very prepared to deal with anything that may happen.
Looking down the line, we have a busy week in Washington, D.C., and then we have a busy month in Washington, D.C. We have an inauguration coming up on the 20th. Can you talk to us a little bit more about that? I mean, I see a lot of officers. We drove all the way from Georgetown, and Constitution Avenue was lined with officers. Is this something we can expect to see with so many high-profile events happening in the district?
Absolutely. I think what's more important is that we want to show the nation that we're keeping our nation's capital safe during some of the most critical times. We have 2 NSSEs today, obviously, is the National Special Security event. We have one on January 9th for the state funeral, and then, of course, the inauguration. And the planning efforts between all of the law enforcement partners, federal, state, and local, could not be more intentional. And again, we are very prepared to deal with what may occur here in our city.
And Chief Smith, I don't want to sound like a broken record here. You see something, you say something.
Every single time, and that just doesn't apply to today, but any time, but especially on days like today, January 9th for the state funeral, and certainly the inauguration. We want the public, the community, if there's anything that you see, call 911. We'll even say if the lines we know are never tied up there, you can call 311. If you see a police officer, stop a police officer and make sure that you provide any information that we might need in order to keep our city safe.
Chief Pamela Smith with the Metropolitan Police Department, braving the cold.
Always.
No hat on too, no gloves. I mean, they don't call you the chief for nothing.
Listen, y'all done messed my hair up. I gotta call my hairstylist.
Come on, go get back into the car, Chief. Good to see you. Thank you so much. We very much appreciate.
There's DIY, and there's doing it yourself. It's the difference between being creative and being a creator, between a homemade recipe and a household name, between a daydream and a dream job. It's your business, your hard work. You do it yourself. Create your website on Wix.
But he's taking transportation to another level, staying inside.
That's right.
Oh, look at him.
Just
Look at
pretend.
him.
All right. Okay. Where are you now?
You know what? Let me just take a little sip of my
gosh.
coffee.
Yeah, this guy.
From my NBC mug. So cozy. It's nice. You know, guys, actually, We have made it not far from where Joseph was. We're on Capitol Hill here, and the snow is coming down at a good clip. And I do want to show you something pretty serious that we're dealing with here in the district. Take a look here. We got people walking in the streets in DC. Of course, one of the things that happens all the time in the city is that you've got to shovel your sidewalk, right? Well, a lot of the sidewalks are still untouched. And so what people will do is they'll find that it's easier to walk in the street, but that obviously presents its own challenges and its own things that you really need to be careful of. So if you're going to be out walking around in DC, really, you need to stay on the sidewalk. We do see people out shoveling right now, so that is good. But again, every couple of blocks here, we got people walking in the middle of the street, and that is something to be very, very careful with as cars are driving around, as the snow plows are driving around right now. We are at 12th and C in DC, not far from Independence Avenue, not far from Eastern Market here. And this is what the roads are looking like. We got a lot of snow-covered side roads here. DDOT crews got a lot to do out this morning. DPW crews are going to be out this morning, and there's a lot that still needs to be kind of picked up and shoveled here and plowed. A lot of people out walking their dogs this morning. The dogs enjoying being out and about here in the city as they get to deal with this snowfall again. But again, guys, take a look at our drive camera here one more time. I want to show you that this is what we're encountering in the city as people are walking around. The rule in the district is that you have 8 hours after the snow has fallen and the first daylight hits to clear your sidewalk in the district. So just be aware that after all of this stops and you have time to get out there and shovel, you should be shoveling your sidewalk. There are also people in crews that'll come and help and volunteer, help you do that as well. As we see again, this guy walking his dog right here in the middle of the street. So be careful as you're out and about. For right now, I'm going to continue to stay inside the warm car. But fear not, Jumi and Tony, fear not. I'm going to get out of the car at some point this morning. I know you guys are warm and fuzzy after that Marcus Mariota throw to Terry McLaurin in the end zone yesterday. I mean, think about that. That must have
always got to bring it back to
warm and
football.
fuzzy because I'm just saying you avoided a key matchup with that win. So, you know, good luck in the playoffs. We'll see how it goes.
Nice hat. Whoever your photographer is over there.
Right.
Thank you. Nice hat.
Yes, Adam, the Eagles
Forte.
fan.
He is repping the Commanders this morning. He is, for sure.
Someone screen
Good
grab
stuff.
that quick. All right. Adam Tuss, thank you, sir.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, we want to get another check of the forecast with Chuck Bell and Amelia Draper. Are we in the lull part yet?
We're at the beginning of the lull.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not the end, but it's the beginning of the middle of the end.
Yes, exactly. And then we're going to see the end of the end.
Yeah,
the beginning of the end.
Yeah, the beginning of the end arrives this evening, and
Right.
the end of the end arrives late tonight.
Yeah, and we're going to pick up an additional 1 to 2 inches later today, Chuck. But for the most part, the totals that we've seen, this is the most snow that we're going to pick up today.
This was the big one. The first round of snow this morning, this was going to be the lion's share of the amount. Oh, and by the way, Adam Tuss, somewhere David Culver is eating a Klondike bar in the tropics. So for those of you that remember him delivering, poor David Culver was standing on a frozen roadside, and Adam Tuss drove up and handed him a Klondike bar while sitting in his warm storm truck. All right, we have a snowy spot here in Washington this morning. What do you need to know? It is indeed our biggest snowfall in 3 years and 3 days. Exactly 3 years and 3 days ago since we had our last 6-inch or higher snow event. Snow is already showing signs of easing up a little bit. It'll be a generally snowless afternoon, flurries perhaps, but snow again between about 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. Whatever you get later today, added on to what we already have. Total snowfall for the most part is going to end up in that 6 to 10 inch range. Today's daily digit on a scale of 1 to 10 is a perfect 10. We don't get too many good snow days here in the Washington area. We got to enjoy them when they show up. We keep updating our map here. Anne Arundel County, Parole, Maryland, now 6.5 inches of snow there. I've had several reports now from southern Maryland in St. Mary's County of 8 inches of snow in southern Maryland, but all of them came with reports of some sleet pellets mixing in. Our front lawn here at Channel 4, measured by the intrepid Ryan Miller. He's outside now. He had 6 inches of snow in his last report, but I see more flakes flying in your viewfinder there.
Yes, and Chuck, from the northwest section of Washington, D.C., in our front yard at NBC Washington, we have a fair amount of snow and visibility has gone down. There's a band that has been working from west to east right through Fairfax County and then over to Arlington and then through Northwest, and it is putting down a hefty amount of snow in a short period of time. The hardworking folks that have been keeping the driveway and the sidewalks clean, well, they're going to continue to be needed because this snow is piling up quickly. We did measure just about 6 inches of snow and just a little bit over 6 inches of snow roughly 30 minutes ago. But I'll tell you, with this band that's coming through, an additional ½ inch to maybe even 1 inch of snow possible. I wanted to see if you can check this out for a moment. In the snow in the front yard, I shoveled a 4 for Channel 4 here onto the front grass at 5 a.m., excuse me, and now it's almost completely covered up here. So bottom line is this: we're going to continue with snowfall in certain locations, and that includes obviously here in Northwest Washington, for probably another hour or two, then things will quiet down, but we're not done with the snow yet. Chuck and Amelia are going to be dealing with the forecast here and allow you an opportunity to understand why we could be seeing an additional amount of snow later on today.
That's right. Absolutely right. We had the 2 big waves. As Winston Churchill said, this is not the beginning of the end, but this is the end of the beginning. We have this one period of heavy snow coming through for now. There'll be a break in the action with just occasional flurries this afternoon. That little wave of low pressure near Cincinnati, that is the final wave of snow that'll bring us at a couple more additional inches of accumulation in the evening. But we do have this one little pocket of moderate snow right on top of Washington, Arlington. That's headed eastbound into Prince George's County, Anne Arundel, down into parts of Calvert County. So if you're east of I-95, this next little band here may leave another 1 to 2 inches of snow in a pretty quick little order. Winter storm warnings continue until 1 a.m. Our forecast model here, the blue, that's the moderate snow. Notice over the next couple of hours it tries to move out, but by 5 o'clock and after sundown, that last wave comes whizzing through here. This is the just updated model run. It's a little bit quicker on the exit. It has the last of the snow done by 11 o'clock this evening. We'll wait to see if that actually materializes. How much more snow? Well, depends on which model you ask. Our bigger range model says another 1 to maybe 3 inches, but our high resolution model here says 3 to maybe an additional 3.5. So nonetheless, it won't be a whole lot more compared to what we've had. The snow, whatever we get, will be blown around on gusty northwest winds all tonight, tomorrow, and through the end of the shortened work and school week.
All right, Chuck, you and Amelia, nice, and Ryan, nice job. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us this morning. An Yang and Erica Gonzalez are going to continue our live coverage at the top of the hour on our NBC Washington streaming platform.
And we'll be back here on NBC4 at 11 after the goodbye week to Hoda begins on Hoda and Jenna at 10 o'clock. We'll see you here tomorrow morning for News 4 Today. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe.
Plumbing problems? Heating and AC problems? Problem solved today with the My Plumber Plus same-day or it's free guarantee. Visit myplumber.com for same-day service. Problem solved today.
Well, the holidays are over and you're done entertaining. And now you're ready for that special project, like remodeling the kitchen, bathroom, basement, or any room. I know it's a challenge, but it's not as tough as you think. It all starts with one call to Cabinet Discounters. You'll meet one of our friendly designers. They'll walk you through the entire process. So let's make it happen. Schedule your consultation today. Just go to CabinetDiscounters.com.
Cabinet Discounters. Great quality, great price.
Ready to find your next car? Your journey starts at the Washington, D.C. Auto Show. Explore a wide range of makes and models, all under one roof. Compare options, take a test ride, and see what feels right for you. Get expert advice to help make your decisions stress-free. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it here. The Washington, D.C. Auto Show, January 31st through February 9th. Get your tickets now at WashingtonAutoShow.com.
Are you ready for FanDuel's The Great Playoff Payoff? An epic run of playoff football and parlays for 5 straight days. So you can get in on
every score,
every hit, every pass, every punt,
every run, route, and comeback.
Let's go! It's FanDuel's The Great Playoff Payoff. 5 straight days of playoff payouts. All customers get a daily no-sweat same-game parlay. Only on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Plumbing problems? Heating and AC problems? Problem solved today with the My Plumber Plus same day or it's free guarantee. Visit myplumber.com for same-day service. Problem solved today.
You better start today. Hold up and Jenna. Hold up and Jenna. It's the only way. Hold up and Jenna. To make you feel like everything's okay. And put a smile up on your face. Let's celebrate. Hold up and Jenna.
Hey guys, welcome. It is the 6th day of January. So happy to be here on this Monday with this girl on this Monday.
Let's begin with Storm Team 4 meteorologist Chuck Bell and Amelia Draper. Chuck, my old friend, I haven't seen you in a minute.
Wow.
And I got to chat.
No, I have not anchored a show with Anyang since she was promoted to the Comes with a Car and Driver afternoon
Oh,
schedule.
okay, yes,
So-
okay. And how did the driver get you in safely this morning?
Jeeves said that, he put the
Jeeves.
snow tires on. Right.
She sits in the back of her Rolls Royce with a little
Exactly.
jar of Grey Poupon.
Yes, exactly.
And like croissants.
A little espresso.
A little Grey Poupon on a croissant. Sounds
Oh,
pretty
that does
tasty
sound
right
pretty
about
good.
now. Anyway, welcome in everybody here on our NBC Washington streaming
Yes.
channel. Amelia Draper is here with me this morning. We're all smiles because the only thing that makes us happy is the correct snowfall forecast. And
Exactly.
So far,
Yes.
it's holding up.
Yeah, Sean Yancey asked me that on Friday. She said, are you hoping for a lot of snow or a little bit of snow? I said, I'm just hoping for an accurate fourcast, Sean. That's all I'm hoping
It's
for.
the best kind of snow there is the accurately predicted snow.
Yeah, and I have to say, Chuck, we're getting some new snow totals in, so I'm going to step out, update
Okay.
that graphic really quickly. I'll let you get to the map.
All right, can do. Yeah, it's been a pretty steady snowfall across the region all morning. I got up around 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was the first inch of snow was on my little house in Northwest around 1 o'clock. It's been snowing steadily since then. 4 things to know about the next couple of days. When all is said and done, and it looks like now most, if not all, the snow will be done by about midnight tonight, a solid 6 to 10 inches of snow for just about everybody. We've seen slightly lower amounts in northern Maryland. Northern parts of Frederick and Washington County have not seen any reports there of 6 inches yet. However, we've seen many reports of 6 inches of snow from about central Montgomery County all the way south into parts of southern Maryland and all the way south towards Stafford and Prince William and Culpeper counties as well. So that's today. That'll be the last of the accumulating snow. But the snow we get today will then be blown around tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a bitter cold day to be outside. And with the fresh snowpack and the winds kicking up out of the northwest, even though it won't be snowing from the sky, they'll be blowing snow around the area. And there could be some drifting and some periods of reduced visibility. Not an easy day to get around and be outside tomorrow. If you can get your walk cleared off tonight, for most of it, you'll be happy as you made that decision. Cold and blustery again on Wednesday, and another shot of some colder air arrives later on in the week. Amelia's going to update you on those snow totals here in just a second. The big first wave of snow is coming through, and this was going to be the lion's share. About 2/3 to 3/4 of the snow we're going to get in this entire event came with this first period of snow. There'll be a little break in the action back here. It's still plenty cold enough. There will be snow flurries at times this afternoon, but it's this little curly Q in the atmosphere out here west of Cincinnati. That is the upper level low that'll bring in another chance for a few inches of snow this evening. Talking about totals and impacts on the roads and everything, let's go over to Amelia. Good morning.
Good morning, Chuck. Yeah, as we've been seeing Megan, Joseph, Juliana reporting all morning long while the road crews are out there doing their thing, the snow falling just so fast that it's difficult to keep up with. So today on into tonight, we are looking at snow-covered roads. Now, tomorrow morning, the main roads should be just fine. Crews will be able to treat them throughout the day today into the overnight hours. Even with that second wave, the main road should be just fine. But the side roads, the secondary roads, the neighborhood roads, those are going to still have issues. And that's why there will be additional cancellations tomorrow maybe even some delays on into Wednesday morning. And then throughout the day tomorrow, tracking gusty winds. Wind gusts tomorrow at 30, 35 miles an hour. So that's going to lead to some blowing snow, some snow drifts. Where my parents live up in Frederick County, they're only reporting about 3 inches of snow, so not a lot, but they live in a very windy part of the county. So again, they oftentimes have to deal with those snow drifts, even if they don't pick up a lot of snow. And some of us are going to be dealing with that tomorrow, maybe even on into Wednesday as well. Now, as far as shoveling is concerned, for the most part, for most of us, this is a really fluffy, light snow. So that's the good thing. But the bad thing is there's so much of it. You're going to get this first round out of the way, cleaning off your driveway, your car, and your sidewalk. That second round wave moves in overnight tonight. So then you either have to go out late tonight or early tomorrow morning to do some additional shoveling or putting down the salt to lead to some snow melt. Now, some snowballs, not a great texture for that. We saw Juliana try to make a snowball up in Frederick, completely fell apart before it even hit her photographer. But if you're going sledding, I mean, it is just perfect. We've gotten so many inches of snow. It is so cold out there. Sledding not only good today and tomorrow, but really throughout the work week, with temperatures for the most part staying below freezing. So we're not looking at a lot of melting, but what does melt on the roads and sidewalks, refreeze will be an issue throughout the week. Here's a look at some of the highest totals that we're seeing across our local area, across our counties that are coming in. Prince William now reporting the highest amount of 8 inches in that county. Montgomery reporting about 6 inches. Fairfax about 6.5 inches. Alexandria about 4.5. Prince George's at 6. St. Mary's at 8. Outside of our studios here at NBC Washington, we're reporting about 5 inches of snow, Chuck. So our range, 6 to 10 inches. We pick up an additional 1 to 3 inches throughout the day, today on into tonight with that second wave. And it looks like we're kind of right there with our amounts. And then, I mean, do we mention that we have the chance for some more snow on Saturday?
You got to mention it.
Right? It's there.
I mean, that's what we're talking. But the Saturday snow, before everybody at home has a panic attack, unlike the one that we're getting today, this one this morning, this was well advertised by all of the forecast models as being a snow event for us. The event that we're keeping an eye on for Saturday, there's a very low confidence forecast at this time. The American model brings us a few inches of snow. The European model brings us nothing. So that is a low confidence thing. So when I show you the 10-day in a few minutes here, it'll have the word snow chance on Saturday, not guaranteed. But we're still dealing with plenty of snow across the region for now. Our local snow artisan, Ryan Miller, he has been outside carving in the snow this morning, and I see a refreshed 4 behind you.
Yes, and indeed here, Chuck, we have been monitoring conditions. The visibility, folks, here in Northwest Washington, it is down, it's low. That band of snow that's been working across from west to east has been putting down an additional amount. I shoveled the 4 here in the front yard at 5 a.m. and then I just reshoveled it. And there's a couple of things to consider. If you're going to measure snowfall in the area, the best way to do it and the most reliable way is to use your measuring stick. And in my case, I have my Pat Collins snow stick right here, the official one. You'll want to find a hard surface, because if you're trying to measure the snowfall in the lawn or an area or a surface where you would push down even further than the actual surface, you're going to get an artificial reading. You're going to get a higher reading. And if you look into the yard, we can see there's at least 7 to 8 inches of snow piled up here in the grass. Now, the official measurement we've been taking and using here is off the patio, and we have just measured, this is some breaking news here for us, we've just measured a little bit over 6 inches of snow here in Northwest Washington. I'd almost say 6 1/4 inch of snow has accumulated, but I don't have the precise tools to measure that 1/4 inch exactly. But nevertheless, we have surpassed 6 inches of snow. Couple of things to consider. Number one is the snow's texture. It's been light as the air has been roughly really cold across the area. We're still holding into the 20s. If you wanted to make a snowball, well, it's going to take quite a bit of energy and effort to do so. It does not compact well. When you have colder conditions like the 20s that we're experiencing right now, that's not conducive to produce that snowfall that packs well together. If you wanted to make something outside, or if you wanted to throw some snowballs, you're going to have to really put some effort into it, because our snow is pretty dry, at least here in Northwest. We've been keeping an eye on the radar because there's been some mixing, and we've been getting reports here into southern Maryland of sleet falling, and then ultimately a switch over to snow and then back to sleet. And when you have those changes in precipitation type, it's because above our heads, several thousand feet above our heads, the air temperatures are a little bit different. They could be milder. And when those temperatures are warmer above our heads, that's when we would see sleet beginning to form. But we have been consistent with snowfall across Northwest Washington right here. Joseph Olmo, our colleague, has been reporting in DC as well, right near Georgetown at M Street. And there's a heck of a difference in elevation between where I'm at in Northwest. Our elevation is up over 300 feet, down to Georgetown, where you're getting close to about 70 feet in elevation. And that can actually make a difference as well. The snow that he had been working with actually compacts just a bit more. The bottom line, it's this. We're going to continue with snowfall in a few locations, primarily Arlington, DC, moving into Prince George's County. We're going to see this band. It'll put down an additional dusting to perhaps an inch of snow. We'll see a break in the action, and then things will start to pick right back up snow-wise heading into this evening. And with details on that and what you can expect, I'll send it back into Chuck.
Well, Ryan, you're doing a great job out there. And the Pat Collins snow stick is made out of a top secret space-age polymer. So we're not allowed to explain exactly what that is, but it is very precise. And earlier, Ryan, you were using the LiDAR measurement device on your phone in order to get to the 1/4 inch. So I'll give you a little time to turn up the LiDAR and see if you can get a more precise measurement there. The snow stick is purely analog. It's old school measurement. And if you really want to make the good snowballs, you can't use gloves. If you're using wool mittens like that, it insulates the snow from your hands. And it's the temperature, it's the body heat on your hands that melts that little outer layer and makes that crustiness on the outside of the snowball. So if you want to make the good snowballs, you have to use your bare hands. I am aware that that hurts because
That's some news you can use, Chuck
That's
Bell.
the news you can use because we have a very powdery snow. So you have to melt the snow on the surface with the body heat.
Nothing's changed. You're always giving us little tidbits for life.
This is what I do.
This is what you do. This is why we love you, Chuck.
34 and a half years on the air to bring you that piece of information. All right. We are, as Ryan was mentioning, we are still getting a little bit of some reports of some sleet, especially down across far southern Maryland now. Haven't had any reports of sleet north of Waldorf, but we've had quite a few across southern St. Mary's County. Our coworker Luann called in from Spotsylvania earlier this morning, had some sleet pellets reported there. It's just snow here in Northwest Washington. And now this first break in the steady snow is arriving in northwestern Virginia, up in northern Maryland, maybe a few flurries, but the heaviest and steadiest of the accumulating snow now is along the Route 50 corridor east of Washington to the Bay Bridge. And it's snowing out at the beaches. Our neighbors in Rehoboth Beach already have 6 inches of snow on the ground at the coastline. So our forecast model here brings the steady snow out for now. There'll be a little break from, say, lunchtime to dinner time today. As soon as the sun goes down, the next wave of snow chances arrives. And there's been a little update in the timing here. It looks like it's going to try and bring the light snow back in around 5:30 or 6 o'clock. That 6 p.m. to midnight window will be our last best chance to add up another inch to maybe another 2 inches of snow. Once we get past midnight tonight, the snow will be completely over. The trade-off we make for losing the accumulating snow is a very gusty northwest wind that will be with us tomorrow. So tomorrow in the middle of the afternoon, partly to mostly sunny, but northwest winds gusting to 30 miles per hour. Those snowflakes are going to be picked up off the ground, and so blowing snow, some drifting snow will be a real possibility. It will be a cold and unpleasant day to be outside tomorrow. So our forecast models, this is the bigger model. It has a bigger range of forecasting on it. This one says we get another 1.5 to 2.5 inches of snow. Our much more high resolution forecast model here is a little less impressed with the chances for accumulating snow. It's mostly in the 1 to 2 inch range. So I'd put your expectations in that 2 inch or so range of additional snow with that second wave that comes through here during the evening hours. So there's our official snow forecast map. We put the 6 to 10 on there first thing this morning when I got up. We're putting the plus on there because there will be a few spots that do cross the 10-inch mark, but there will be very few, if any, that get to the 12-inch mark. So I'll go 6 to 10 there. Only the high spots of West Virginia might do a little bit better than that. Northern Maryland has been struggling now, and so we may have to move that 4-inch line a little further south into parts of northern Frederick and Washington counties. Still snowing in Washington at the moment, 28 degrees. The winds are not the problem today. Tomorrow, those winds are going to be the issue. Temperatures here all the way up to freezing now, 32 in southern Maryland, 32 in Fredericksburg. That's going to be a much wetter snow. We've had many reports of the sleet pellets mixing in with it as well. And if you get any prolonged period of sleet, that's going to pack the snow down so it will not look like as much. So you might have had 6 or 8 inches of snow. You got 2 hours of sleet. Next thing you know, that snow stack is probably only about 5 inches tall. Up across northern Maryland, where it's been colder, that's a much lighter snow and a much fluffier snow as well. Gusty winds. Again, not much of a problem here as of 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, but by later this evening and especially late tonight into early tomorrow, I went 1 hour too far. These yellows in here, those are wind gusts over 30 miles per hour. When you factor in the wind and the temperature, you get the feels like factor. Wind chills this afternoon will be in the teens to around 20 degrees, but as the winds pick up speed, temperatures fall. These are wake up wind chills tomorrow morning. Brr, a lot of single number wind chills. I would say single digits, but that is grammatically incorrect because a digit is a single number, and I will not be caught repeating myself. Temperatures below freezing with the snow for much of the day today. Again, there's the snow ending around midnight tonight. Tomorrow's forecast, no additional snow falling, but snowflakes flying around in the gusty northwesterly winds. Temperatures near 30, but wind chills in the mid-teens all tomorrow afternoon. So just keep in mind that tomorrow will be a most unpleasant day to be outside. Will be weather alert. My guess is that every school district that's closed today will be closed tomorrow as well. So kids, winter break takes another day off toward tomorrow. Now, as we get into Wednesday and Thursday, some of the districts, my guess is Alexandria and the district, in all likelihood, should be able to get back to school, maybe on a delay on either Wednesday and or Thursday. Almost every district, I think, will be open, even with a delay, should be open by Thursday and Friday. Keep in mind, I'm not the one that makes that call. That's done on accounting by county. Oh, thank you for me not being the one that makes that call.
A tough job.
And there's that other chance for some snow on Saturday. Don't worry about that one just yet. First of all, it's coming on a weekend. Second of all, it is far from guaranteed. Back over to you.
Chuck, thank you so very
We've
much.
missed you, Chuck. I mean, I certainly loved working with you for so much. All right, thanks very much.
She's like, well, I don't know about the rest of them, but I certainly have missed working with you.
Well, let's go out to Fairfax County now. And a familiar face who is back with us today after some well-deserved time off with his family.
That's right. News 4's Drew Wilder from our Northern Virginia Bureau is back from paternity leave, coming out with a bang on a snowstorm. We are throwing him right into the coverage.
This is how we welcome you back, Drew.
I brought this with me. I come back to work one day, boom, here's 6 to 12 inches of snow. We're on Route 123 here, Vienna, Fairfax, over 66. A group of plows just came over 123 about 10 minutes ago. This road was clear when I got here 2 hours ago, but it's just been persistent. As Chuck and Amelia were talking about here through the Fairfax County area, it's been the fluffier snow, not quite as wet because it's so cold out here. We did have a very short spout with some sleet earlier this morning when I was getting the car ready to head out this way. We got one more plow coming through here, and then we'll give you a look at 66. Right now, the main lanes of 66 are looking pretty good. The plows have been very consistent up and down 66. The thing that I find most fascinating, the thing that I find most Northern Virginia, Jeff, will swing over to 66. Look at this road. Look at this interstate. You will never find I-66 look this wide open ever. Obviously, it's covered in snow now. And still, look at that truck. People are using the express lanes. It's not even plowed as much than the regular lanes. They're paying extra to drive the same speed in worse conditions. Northern Virginia never change. It's been pretty smooth going. Fairfax County's police chief told me earlier that there really aren't, as you can tell, a lot of people out on the roads with all the cancellations today. So they haven't had too many accidents, nothing serious to report so far, at least as of about an hour and a half ago. So don't need to go anywhere. I mean, you're not missing much out here. Good day to get outside and play with the kids if you like that kind of thing in the cold weather.
Yeah. Drew Wilder, we've missed your dry sarcasm. Welcome back.
And a big congratulations to you and Beth and your growing family. Congrats.
Thank you.
Well, today marks the first snowstorm of the year, right? 2025. I'll still have to get used to saying that. So, of course, we have to celebrate by kicking off Pat Collins Snow Sticks Challenge because you can't have snow without a
That's exactly right. It is the annual tradition around here at News 4, and this year's challenge has a bit of a twist, okay? So News 4's Tommy McFly joins us live from Northwest DC. He's taken a load off. He's got a long day ahead, so he's going to pace himself along Connecticut Avenue.
That's right.
Okay, what's the scoop for today? What's the assignment, sir?
So it's a marathon, not a sprint, Erica. Hey, Un, how's it going? You got that. And it's funny you said kick off the Pat Collins Snow Stick Challenge, because that is the theme. We are in the middle of a Victory Monday, friends. So I want you to send us your best Victory Monday celebration for this year's Pat Collins Snow Stick Challenge. And it is a very special, a historic, some might say, 2-stick event in which a little later on, we're going to award the person who guessed when we would have the first inch of snow at Reagan National. That is their stick. This stick could be your stick if you come up with a great video, a great photo, a great moment of celebrating Victory Monday, getting ready for the Commanders in the playoffs. Programming note, next Sunday Night Football right here on NBC4 against the Bucs. That is who is going to get that second Pat Collins Snow Stick. And we're here at Connecticut and Fessenden Northwest, which is the iconic snow stick spot. I've got my studio, my snowdio set up out here. Everyone's welcome, but you got to bring snacks. Come hang out. We'll have a conversation today. Maurice, you're my first customer. How's it going?
Oh, it's going great. We got snow in DC. It feels like a real winter here.
I love that you walked down too from your home. You know, your family's got a snow day today, as so many of us do. You brought some presents.
I did.
I appreciate the presents. So I do need to tell you, it's not going to help your snow stick chances. I can't be bought.
That's okay.
But just asking for a friend, what's going on in there?
Oh, we got a lot of peppermint hot chocolate, and we got a little peppermint mocha.
Ooh, homemade?
Yes. That's
Thank
the
you.
peppermint hot chocolate from my espresso machine.
Very nice.
In
Not
a
an
thermos
espresso,
to keep it warm?
Full-time espresso, and some treats, some rugula from my neighbor Joan.
What?
And some caramel.
Give him the
chocolate
station
brownies from my
address.
daughter, Lily.
I love it. Yeah, you can go to 4000 Nebraska Avenue with more. This is good, and it's in a thermoflask, and you brought one for Jake, my camera guy, too.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
One caffeinated, one not. Didn't know whose
What?
preferences were which.
One caffeinated,
You
one
wanted the
not. You
caffeinated
got
one.
options? What?
This is full service.
Well, I appreciate that very much. My goodness, I mean, I'm saying I can't be bought, but you're doing
Well,
you're as close as they can possibly
peppermint
come.
hot
That's for
chocolate.
sure. So, will you do the honors with us and get a measurement of the snow at this moment?
Absolutely.
All right, you got to find snow that has not been plowed, that has not been pushed. I think we have some good snow maybe over here as we're at the BP station on the corner of Connecticut and Fessenden. So please stop by and see us. We'd love to see you. Let's go maybe here, right there.
That looks like plowed. That looks like plowed. I think that's a bit much.
We've got a snow stick purist on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go back over here by the vehicle. We got cords, and this is why Jake is earning his mocha hot chocolate situation today. Our camera guy who's walking along back with us. All right, we're going to find this spot that has not yet been plowed, not yet been touched. Maurice, let's get that measurement.
Okay, here we go. I think it's going to be 5.5.
5.5. Ooh, we are above. Are we at 5.5
it's
or above
almost
5.5?
6.
I'd say that's about 5.5, 5 3/4 maybe.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
We're getting to nearly 6 here on this News 4 Snow Day. Thank you so much for bringing us some treats. I really appreciate you and being part of our coverage today. So we're going to be out here all day long, and we need those photos. We need those videos. Think about how you would celebrate a Victory Monday with the Pat Collins Snow Stick. Let's see your best video. Let's see your best photos. NBCWashington.com/UGC. We need them today. Maybe you're going to make a snowman and tackle it. Maybe you're going to give us an end zone dance. However you're going to celebrate the best videos, we're going to get this stick to you tomorrow here on News 4.
Those ideas, Tommy. An
know.
end zone dance in the snow would be fun, right? Or build a snowman and tackle
Yeah.
it. Maybe you can do that too.
Those fancy moves there.
Exactly. It's going to be a long snow day. Who knows what's going to happen out here at Connecticut and Fessenden.
Our big thanks to Maurice. What a
Yeah.
guy.
And
That's
Jake,
so
and our
nice.
Jake.
Yes.
Thank you, Tommy. And of course, we're staying on top of this storm.
Yes, we are. We want to get out to News 4's Juliana Valencia, who is live in Frederick, Maryland this morning, checking out the conditions there.
Can you give me your phone?
Juliana, can you hear us?
Oh. Oh,
Let's see.
dang.
She's trying
All
to get
right.
her. She's
Might
trying to
not
get her
have-
audio
might
set
not
up.
be here it just there.
But
here.
look at Frederick.
Oh, hi. Here we go.
Hi.
Juliana.
Hold on.
She's getting in position.
We're a work in progress.
There we
Nope,
go.
maybe
we
not.
can see all the snow packed out there in Frederick, though, for sure. The roads are not cleared.
No. That's
And
her
the
photographer,
sidewalk
Dave
looks a
Carter, who's with her. Hi, Dave, if you can hear us. Nope.
Okay.
We're going to try and check back out with him in just a little bit. Give them a second there to get their audio working.
Well, News 4's Megan McGrath is working for you with the snowy conditions in Fort Washington in Prince George's County. Do we have Megan? Hi, Megan. At least you're inside.
Hi, guys.
Dry and warm. I
Hi,
hope.
yes, I get to ride around in comfort. Yeah, I just kind of dart out from time to time and talk to people and then come back into the nice warm truck. So I got the good assignment today. I can't complain. But I'm not getting any cappuccino or any food deliveries. I've had to buy my own fast food along the way. So there is that. Anyway, let's take a live look at the roads here in Fort Washington. And this is something that we've been talking about all morning long in terms of the difference between the major roads and those neighborhood streets. Now we are here on a neighborhood street. You can see that actually plows have come through here. We're seeing little spots of pavement coming through on the left-hand side of the street here. But on the right-hand side and kind of over far right, there's still a lot of really stacked thick snow. And so people are going to have to kind of, be prepared for that. You might have open lanes there for a while. Someone's come by and cleared it out. And then you might get a little further along up the street and suddenly it's not as clear. And so be prepared for that. That's why it's important to keep your speeds down, because if you don't want to get overconfident. If you have all lanes and all of a sudden, things go downhill from there, you don't want to hit that going too fast because you're going to spin out. We have seen many, many cars off the road, up against guardrails. We've seen jackknifed tractor trailers this morning. We've seen all kinds of accidents. We've seen a lot of rear wheel drive vehicles unable to get up hills. We just saw one a little while ago on Oxon Hill Road. She begged us not to put her on camera, so we're not doing that. We're going to give her a break here this morning. But she was on a hill and just spinning those rear wheels. She had various people stop by to try and help her out, and she just wasn't going anywhere. And if you've got a rear wheel drive car, you really want to leave it in the driveway. You are not going to be able to get where you're going here today because of just the snow cover, even on the secondary roads. Now, they're making some progress out there on the Beltway and major roads, but the neighborhoods, not so good. Now, I talked to a guy a little while ago. Do we have that sound from the gentleman I spoke to? He was working at a gas station overnight, and apparently we don't have that. But anyway, he was saying it was very slow at the gas station. I think he was a little bit bored. He had about 4 customers all night long, and he was just getting ready to go home from his shift. And he was happy to see that the snow was actually not as heavy as it had been through the night. And we are expecting that lull where things kind of calm down or maybe taper off a little bit. But don't be deceived. We're going to get another wave of snow, as we've been hearing all morning long, and that's going to take us later into the evening, making this an all-day snow event. And of course, that's going to complicate things out here on the roads. Now, the plows are out there. We have seen them all morning long, so they are out there. They are using the plows. They are laying down salt, and of course, all of the roads were pre-treated yesterday all over the region. So that gave them a little bit of a heads up, but it's still touch and go. It depends on where you are. And here, if you just look live real quick here, you can see there's somebody who's walking on the side of the road. This is the other thing you need to watch out for. A lot of people, because the sidewalks have not been plowed or shoveled in many areas, people are actually walking in the street, and you need to be very, very careful. Back to you guys.
All right, Megan McGrath giving us the whole lay of the land out there in Prince George's County. Megan, thanks so much.
All right, let's try to get back out to News 4's Juliana Valencia in Frederick, Maryland. Juliana and crew, can you guys hear us? Oh, somebody is already hard at work in the yard there. You found a friend.
Well, I did find a friend, Erica. Good to see you. Dave and we are in Frederick, and I have Alex over here. Alex is so cute. So Alex has been working hard. He has been shoveling the sidewalk over here. Look how meticulously back and forth with his shovel. He is working very diligently this morning. And Alex, can I ask you, buddy, you're on TV right now. What do you like about the snow?
I like to go.
You like the snow? I like the snow too. What are you doing here?
I don't know.
He's shoveling. He's shoveling very well. And you got this green shovel. that's been helping you out. What do you think about helping mom out this morning?
I don't know.
No, you know, Alex. He's just a little shy. Before he was talking to us about everything, but hey, he is not alone. He has his sister Kate, big sister Kate. So we're gonna move over here and check in on her. Hey, Kate, she's found herself a little hill.
Wait, Kate's busy.
She's decked out in a full pink.
Can't be lying down on the job, Kate. Are you guys supposed to be shoveling?
Okay, all right, Kate.
Maybe she's doing a snow angel.
I'm gonna lie down with you over here. Maybe she is doing a snow angel.
Yeah.
Hey, Kate. Can I bother you for a moment for some live TV action here? She's really
Kids
into the
are gonna
snowball
kid
over here.
snow.
Are you
Right.
making a
She's like,
snowball?
I haven't seen snow in a couple of years.
Oh, she just blew into the mic. Kate, what do you think of this snow day?
Banana.
She said banana to this snow day.
Okay.
I don't know
bananas,
what that means.
yes, as Gwen Stefani once said, this is bananas.
This bananas. Okay, but hey, we got mom. Mom has something to say. All right, mom, tell me what's it like on a snow day with your children?
Oh, it's busy. We got to keep the sidewalks clear. That's the rules, but they help a little bit and they play a lot and they're happy to be off school and hopefully we can all stay sane and have fun today and
Spoken like
go out and take a walk
mom
later.
of 2 young kids.
I think so. Ooh, okay, so Kate didn't want to talk before, but now she's throwing snowballs. That's so funny. And then, of course, we can't forget Alex over here. He's back to his shovel sweeping.
I like it.
But he must feel proud to help out mom.
Yeah, he's a good helper. Yeah, and here's Jack over here.
Oh, we got one more. Another one. This is Jack.
Oh, at home with 3.
Hey, Jack,
God
you're
bless
on
you.
live television. Well, there's one more. She has 4 children.
Oh,
okay.
Jack,
all the blessings.
What is
Oh,
your favorite
my.
part about the snow?
How it's so like.
The snow is so fun. Okay, so I think the siblings are going to play and have a little bit of a snow fight here while they continue to somewhat help mom with clearing the sidewalk. And I hope you get a break a little later today.
That would be great.
All right, Erica and An, we're going to send it back to you.
See,
Oh, we're wrangling these
understandably-
children over here.
Right, understandably, the kids are preoccupied because they
Yes.
want to play in the snow. And mom, when she said, try to maintain our sanity, I felt that in my spirit.
Because for some of these kids, they've been back maybe a hot second in school. So many others haven't even returned from holiday break and they're getting this extension. And parents are like, you got to get out of my house and stop eating my food. You got to go back to school. But that's not happening quite yet.
At least you can send them outside today,
Yeah,
right?
this is
and
true.
play. All right. Juliana Valencia live in Frederick for us.
Use some energy out here.
Right. Thanks, Juliana.
Thank you.
And as the snow continues to come down, we're working for you with team coverage on this major winter storm and what to look out for across our area.
Yes, and here's somebody who knows what it's like to be shut up in a house with 3 children of his own.
And 2 big dogs.
Yes. And 2
And the
dogs,
2
that's
dogs,
right.
right.
Well,
But Adam Tuss
yes.
is in a warm truck right now away from the children. He's in Northwest. Are you in the Shaw neighborhood?
Listen, I am in Shaw,
Okay.
Erica, and An, and I don't want to sound, how do I put this? I'll just say that when I woke up this morning and rolled over and saw the snow, I got out of the house as fast as possible. I'll just say that because I know what's going on.
I am calling
today.
Caroline
This is-
right now.
No, she's got it handled.
No,
We
she
have a full
does.
plan going on. They're sledding. They're off of school on. Don't worry about it. I
Okay.
put a team in place.
Okay, good.
I took the dogs out this morning. I will say, when I took the dogs out this morning, they looked at me like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, we haven't seen this in
Yeah.
years. We don't know what this is. One of my dogs just laid down in the snow, but they're enjoying it as well. But yeah, listen, a lot of snow has fallen around the area. We are in Northwest. Take a look at our drive camera here by Howard University. We are along Georgia Avenue. And guys, Metrobus is on a severe weather plan. And this is why. Take a look at this here as this Metrobus is kind of sideways here at the stop. We have seen people who are waiting for the bus, but you'll run into situations like this where you'll see a bus kind of off to the side here, and you got to be careful as you're driving around in the city. Metro obviously trying to get this bus back into a good place here. They're going to have to get a tow truck and then pull it back into the road. But a lot of these roads here, guys, Georgia Avenue here, still snow covered. DPW's got a lot of work to do. DDOT's got a lot of work to do. Look off here to the left also, something that we've been seeing in the district, people walking in the street. This is a serious situation that I've been trying to point out this morning because, of course, in the district, you really need to have the sidewalk shoveled, but not everyone has had a chance to get out there this morning. And so what a lot of people will do is they will find a quick excuse to walk into the street. You got to be really careful when you're doing that. The rule in the district is that you have 8 hours from the time that the snow stops falling and there's daylight to shovel out your sidewalk. And of course, if you can help out anybody who might need help shoveling the sidewalk, definitely do that, because that's something that people need to do, is be walking on the sidewalk and not in the street. As far as Metro rail service is concerned, that is running normally right now. I've been corresponding with the Metro general manager, who says that everything is pretty much running normally as far as that is concerned right now. But, you know, if the snow does reach a certain level outside, they have to limit speeds on the rails and start to adjust service there. But as we take a look here in Northwest DC near Shaw, you know, snow-covered streets, snow-covered sidewalks, give yourself plenty of extra time, have a cup of coffee, stay inside, watch us. If you have maybe 3 kids and 2 big dogs, put a plan in place so that you don't get in trouble, because the last thing you want to do is come home from snow coverage and, you know, have like a chip on your shoulder because you weren't there all day long. So you got to get a team in place is what you got to do.
Smart. It sounds like you have experience in this department, Adam Tuss.
A man with a plan. I like it.
Tiny little bit.
Yeah.
And if I could tell Drew something, Drew's sleep is gone. I mean, new baby's gonna need a bottle.
There's a toddler,
welcome back to work. Erica, you know this.
Oh, it's a mess.
You know,
it's a mess.
the sleep is gone. The sleep is gone.
Yeah, it's just it's a mess.
So.
Yeah, it's a mess. And somehow we're coherent and here.
Right,
All right,
here we are.
we're
Thank
making
you.
it. Adam,
Thanks,
thank you, sir. All right, our team coverage continues in DC. We're going to check our crews in just a moment, but we're going to get to our Storm Team 4 meteorologists who have been keeping their eye on this storm for days now.
Yes, Chuck and Amelia standing by to tell us more about what is happening outside and how much more snow we're going to get. Hi.
Yeah, a couple more inches of snow seems like a pretty good likelihood. You know, it was vacation season. I was down in Florida all last week, had my flight to come home on Friday. It was a beautiful, bright, and sunny weekend. And all I did all weekend was look at the forecast models to see how much snow we were going to be getting today. And, you know, miraculously, modern science, these forecast models are getting better and better all the time. All of them were indicating that it would be a mostly, if not an entirely, snow event for us. That has materialized. Thank you to everyone, especially in Southern Maryland over the last couple of hours, that have let us know, even though the radar can't always tell you for sure. We've had a lot of sleep reports coming in from St. Mary's County, the Northern Neck, Colonial Beach, Fredericksburg, Pennsylvania. So we appreciate that. You know, remote sensing, a radar is a remote sensing device, and it can't always tell you exactly what's going on at the ground because the radar beam has to be pointed upwards to get into the clouds. And so by the time the radar beam gets from Dulles Airport to Southern Maryland, it's looking several thousand feet up in the sky, and it may still be snowing there, but by the time it gets down to the ground, it may have changed over to something else, sleet or freezing rain or rain. So we appreciate ground truth to sort of help our remote sensing devices. Our expectations. The bulk of the first round of snow is now coming out. There's snow now south and east of Washington. There are still rain and sleet pellets down in Southern Maryland, but there's very little snow now at this point north and west of Dulles Airport, and that little dry slot will be arriving here in Metro Washington in the next little bit. So only flurries for much of the afternoon hours. However, the next wave of snow will arrive here for the evening. I think at least another inch or two. I couldn't rule out a few spots, maybe getting as much as 3 additional inches, but that's on top of what we already have. So totals for the entire event, largely going to be in that 6 to 10 inch range. Now, after that little bit of light snow tonight, the winds crank up. So tomorrow, though there will not be an accumulating snow, there'll be a lot of snowflakes blowing around. So some blowing and drifting snow tomorrow will certainly be a very high impact weather day for sure. And the roads will get a little better with some time overnight to have the plows putting down chemical on at least the main streets. But road impacts are going to be with us for several days. Let's go over to Amelia for a little bit of that. Good morning.
As we head throughout the day today, as you said, just a few flurries out there this afternoon for the most part, but then we get that second wave tonight. So if you have gone out and shoveled your sidewalk, your driveway, cleaned off your car, you'll have to do that again with the second wave moving through. So looking at your road forecast today and tonight, we are looking at snow-covered roads, especially for those side roads, the secondary roads, the crews really getting out and treating the main roads. So by tomorrow morning, the main road should be just fine, but still some issues getting out of the neighborhoods. That's why we think we'll have cancellations again tomorrow and maybe even some delays on into Wednesday morning, especially in our more rural counties. As we head throughout the day, as Chuck noted, we're dealing with wind gusts up to 30, 35 miles an hour. So that leads to blowing snow and drifting snow. So if you live in an area where you do deal with snow drifts, for instance, my parents up in Frederick County have a lot of issues with snow drifts. That's going to be a problem on Tuesday, especially as the day wears on. We talk about the snow impacts. Shoveling, again, you're going to need to do a few passes. This first wave moving through, you clean things up, then you'll have to do it again. But the good news is for most of us, this is a very fluffy, light snow, so pretty easy to shovel. That being said, though, not the easiest for making snowballs. You have to make them with the gloves off with this kind of snow because it is just not wet enough. It's too dry. But sledding, I mean, just perfection. So much fun to get out in. As Chuck has been saying, this is our biggest snowstorm in about 3 years. So the kids definitely loving the snow out there today. I was out at the grocery store this weekend doing my normal grocery run. Added some hot cocoa into the grocery cart. I got a few sleds as well. Talking about our highest totals, Prince William County reporting 8 inches of snow. Montgomery, the highest number we've seen there, 6 inches. Prince George's County reporting 6 inches. Arlington reporting nearly 7. Fairfax almost reporting 6 inches as well. Loudoun reporting about 5.5 inches. And outside of our studios here at NBC Washington, Ryan Miller reporting about 6.25 of an inch of snow. So we put our range at about 6 to 10 inches. We look to be perfectly inside of that range, Chuck, with, as you said, an additional 1 to 2, maybe 3 inches of snow out there with the second wave that moves through, mainly after sunset.
Yes, indeed. Our biggest snow, as you were mentioning here, we've been digging around through the record books. The last time we had more than 6 inches of snow at National Airport was 3 years and 3 days ago. In fact, that one, that January 3rd, 2022 storm, that's the one that snarled I-95. We had many 12-inch totals south of Washington along I-95 towards Stafford, Fredericksburg, and Spotsylvania. That was the last real crippling snowstorm that we had across the region. That one was followed just a few weeks later, but only by a 2.5-inch snowfall event, January 16th, 2022. And then the snow drought commenced. We did not get another full inch of snow between January 16th of 2022 and January the 15th of 2024. The winter between there, that entire 2023-24 winter, the whole snow total was only 0.4 of an inch. So of course, that was last winter here, January 15th and January 19th. So the middle parts of January, right around MLK weekend, we had 2 different snows that week. One on Monday and another one on Friday. They were both around 3.5 inches. So we had about 7 inches of snow, but split into 2 storms that were about 4 days apart. So today's will be the biggest one since that January of 2022 event. Out in the snow and enjoying himself. I hope he's enjoying himself. Let's go to Ryan Miller, who's out there today. He's been intrepid in the snow. He's carved a 4 out there twice now. And
Yes.
he's has a report on some snow. Looks good. I am very impressed at how straight the lines are on that 4.
Well, you know, we strive for perfection here, and that's the motto at the moment. But I'll tell you what, Chuck, we have a little bit over 6 inches of snow. I've measured it several times, and if you ever want to go out and try to take a measurement and make it as official as possible, you want to make sure your measuring instrument is going to be landing on a solid surface, not the grassy yard, or maybe in the mulch and the landscaping, because that can depress actually give you an artificial reading of the snow totals. Now, I was thinking about this for a moment. Over the last 3 winters in Washington, we have picked up, and that includes today, roughly 14 inches of snow over those last 3 seasons. Those last 3 seasons with 14 inches. And if you take a look at the 6 inches we've had today, folks, in the last 10 hours, we've received 40% of the snow total for the last 3 winters. So it comes in waves. It's feast or famine, it seems, right now with what we get snowfall-wise. But in Northwest Washington, it is still snowing. They're actively working to clear the next round of snow that might be coming in here later on today. And speaking of that, there are a couple of things in the atmosphere that will occur later on. So while this afternoon it's going to be quiet and we may actually see no flurries or just pretty quiet action weather-wise, this evening there's going to be another system that's going to work through the atmosphere, and that could work to crank out another inch or even a few inches of snow between the early evening and the late evening hours across much of the viewing area. And with more detail on that and what you can expect and how long this cold air is going to be sticking around, I'll send it right back into the studio.
All right. Thank you, Ryan. Yes, indeed. That second wave that he was mentioning, that's this one up here. It's the upper level low. Now, the main show was the first wave of snow that we had this morning. That was going to be most of it. So let's just say you're going to get 8 inches of snow. The first 6 came with the first wave. The last 2 at most, I think, are going to come with this next one. There's a big intrusion of dry air between the moisture plume out ahead of it and the upper level low back behind it. Now, the main plume here had the advantage of running into cold air and making the snow. This next one out here, this is all about vertical motion in the atmosphere, the upper level low swinging through here. So it's going to have to use whatever available moisture it has. That's how I know it's not going to be a lot of snow. It won't have the plume of moisture to work with. But that being said, it could certainly crank out 1 inch to 2, maybe 2.5 for the lucky folks, depending on how you view snow. I know not everybody loves snow, and I feel bad for you because that's all we're talking about today. But here you can see we've had our radar, and I was mentioning a little while ago that the radar has a very hard time. The further you get away from the radar site, the higher up into the clouds you look. So it's very hard to know sometimes whether or not it's snow or sleet or rain, especially further away from the radar. So you see this one color, the computer algorithm tries to figure out what's going on based in there. So that's why in this little section in St. Mary's County, you see it mostly white and then bloop, a little picture of color there. That's where we kept getting all those reports of sleet in southern Maryland. So the first wave moving out, already just tapering off to nothing more than flurries and a few passing snow showers out towards Winchester. Snow amounts have generally been lighter. Once you get into our far northern and northwestern zones, the plume of moisture never really made it into northern Maryland as much. So as a result, snow totals have been a little bit reduced in what you would think would normally be our favorite areas, Hagerstown and Frederick, getting less snow than Stafford and Fredericksburg. So our forecast model pulls that chance out. Here's 6 o'clock tonight. Here's that last chance for a few hours with light to maybe briefly moderate snow coming to an end now, in all likelihood, not long before about midnight tonight. The next couple of days, nothing to worry about other than the wind and the cold. So how much more snow is left? Our larger forecast model that forecasts it's for a bigger area, it's not a hyper local one. The Big View model says 1.5 to 2.5, maybe as much as almost 3 inches here. Far western Maryland will do a little bit better with this next one. However, our local high resolution one that updates every hour, additional snowfall, it's a little bit more pessimistic, more in that 1.5 to 2.5 inch range. So neither one of them are advertising an awful lot of additional snow. So that'll leave us right where we were in that 6 to 10 inch range, a few isolated spots, maybe a little more than that. 10-day forecast. It's all about the wind and the cold for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. They will be most unpleasant to be